Big Brother is one of the most successful TV shows in the history of the world, right? If you're not familiar with the premise of it, basically a load of strangers would live together in a house, and at the end of every week, they would each nominate their 2 least favourite people. Then whoever got the most nominations, those 2 or 3 or 4 would go for the public to vote, and the public then decided who got to stay and who had to leave the house. And this cycle continued until there's only, 1, 2, 3, however many people are left. I've never actually watched the show myself, and to be honest, I only really know this because I've been scrolling through our Wikipedia over the last few minutes. Because it's such a successful show, it got me thinking, why don't we do a Big Brother season, right? But with wrestlers instead of complete randomers. Personally, I think this would be a massive success. But first, we need to decide on a location. Obviously, in the UK, they've got a very nice house, a very sophisticated house that's designed to house, however many people they need, and it's all very fancy, very well done, and I feel like we need to do the same. So I'm going to set Big Brother in Ireland, for 2 reasons. The first one being, we've never actually had Big Brother before in Ireland. We've had California, which, don't get me wrong, an incredibly iconic series.
Who eats that many f***ing eggs?
Break that down. It's only 5 eggs per bloke per day. No, just shut your face, alright?
You don't even talk to me.
I don't want to talk to you.
Then shut the f*** up!
Calm down, right? You're 19. Shut your face, alright?
But it was more like Geordie Shore or Jersey Shore. There was no eliminations. It wasn't really Big Brother. So we're going to set it in Ireland. And to be specific, we're going to set it in Roscommon. Because Roscommon is a very beautiful, very scenic area. It brings out the best in the country. And there's one house I found that's for sale in Roscommon right now that I think would be a really nice fit for the Big Brother sort of setup. It seems big enough. It's got a nice fireplace and things like that. So I think it could really work. So now it's time to introduce to you the cast that I have chosen for the wrestling edition of Big Brother. First of all, a loving, selfless family man. That is Roman Reigns. Then, of course, Roman Reigns' family, the Usos. Not to forget Paul Heyman's counselor, essentially his uncle in many ways, Paul Heyman. Allysin Kay. Allysin Kay's cousin Billie Kay. Billie Kay's friend Peyton Royce. Becky Lynch. Cesaro. Charlotte. Well, I think Charlotte's okay. I don't know. I think we're going to put her in Big Brother, see what happens. Commander Aziz. Eva Marie. The Mysterios, Tamina and Natalya, Walter. I think, maybe Walter could tell a couple of jokes, get a couple of people laughing in the house and really brighten up the mood a bit. Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax, and Erick Rowan. You know who my pick is to win this whole thing. I don't need to elaborate, but we'll see how it goes, right? Because this is the thing with Big Brother, it's unpredictable. Okay, so this is basically the same simulator as the Hunger Games simulator, but apparently you're not allowed to kill people for some reason. Let's begin. Let's start with day 1. Erick jumps into the pool to rescue Chiquita the pug, who has fallen in. Erick Rowan being a hero right from the start, no surprises there. Roman jumps into the pool to rescue Chiquita the pug, who has fallen in. Not quite as cool when you have to do it the second time. No offense, Roman, I appreciate the thought process behind it, but it just wasn't really quite as cool in my opinion. Dominick irrationally lashes out at Jay. Okay. Ballsy move going after the family, but I respect it. And already we are down to our first set of nominations. Becky Lynch has nominated Rey Mysterio. I'm sorry, but what sort of a dickhead must you be to live in a house with a wrestling legend like Rey Mysterio and vote him off first? Cesaro nominates Roman Reigns, which is kind of to be expected considering how SmackDown's been over the last few weeks. Eric has just said, fuck the Anoa'i family. Jay nominates Jimmy. Jimmy nominates Jay. So, very interesting turn of events there. Natalya has nominated Erick Rowan for some reason. Rey Mysterio has nominated Allysin Kay. Roman has nominated Eric Redbeard, but you know what? He did try to kill him at one point, so I can kind of understand his reasoning. And the final 4 to be the first eliminated, depending on how the public vote goes, it's the Usos, Cesaro, and Rey Mysterio. Worth noting, just as a little side note, neither of the Iconics got any votes between them. So, I mean, it just goes to show that people really want to see the Iconics, and firing them was a really stupid idea. Jey Uso is the first to go, and don't get me wrong, I can understand why they voted for Jey Uso, but I just think, in terms of strategy, you now have to live for the next couple of weeks with Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, and now he's in the worst mood of his life because you've all just disrespected his family. So good luck with that, everyone. Rey flips the mattress on the bed of Tamina. There's a lot of kind of unanswered questions here. Is that in a good, helpful kind of way? Is that in a disrespectful way? Was she on the bed when he flipped it? A lot of questions here that kind of changes the outcome and how the public are going to perceive this. The ego of Billie is rubbing the house the wrong way. That's probably just a glitch. There's absolutely no way this will actually happen. And we're down to our second set of nominations. Peyton just said fuck the Mysterios, and the final nominees are Billie Kay and Nia Jax. Okay, general public, you have one very clear question to answer. It is an easy right, wrong, yes, no. For fuck's sake, please do the right thing. They haven't done the right thing. Due to the mental stress of the game, Rey isolates himself from the rest of the house. Allysin and Charlotte bond extremely well. The ego of Walter is rubbing the house the wrong way. Are any of you going to do anything about it though? Because I'm just going to be, I wouldn't personally. I'd just let it be. Well, Becky does apparently, because she just irrationally lashed out at him. Okay, again, public, please. You have one very simple yes, no, right, wrong answer. Okay, they got it right. And Rey Mysterio is unfortunately gone from the house forever. After borrowing an item from Erick, Becky accidentally breaks it. You absolute fucking dickhead. Who the fuck do you think you are? That is beyond a disgrace. That is a shambles. That is an embarrassment. The sheer arrogance to borrow something off Erick Rowan, to borrow something off another housemate, and to just break it like that. Who the fuck do you think you are? After borrowing an item from Ronda, Erick accidentally breaks it. That's okay, Erick. We all make mistakes. They have actually had the balls to nominate Walter, so this is going to be interesting to see how it goes. He's gone. Okay. Charlotte and Eva Marie bond. Paul Heyman makes an effort to improve relationships in the house. Commander Aziz finds Paul creepy and tells the other house guests. Somehow, almost the entire house have managed to get nominated for the next vote. And Nia Jax is gone, so that's, well, that happened. Okay, Erick has been nominated yet again. He's in the bottom 5, but who knows, they might save him. They have. Right, that's good. And Becky Lynch is gone, which is unfortunate, but there can only be one winner. I feel like accidentally breaking Erick's stuff is probably the turning point that got her voted off. Allysin Kay tells a heartfelt story about why she needs the money. The final nominees are Allysin, Tamina and Jimmy, so obviously none of the housemates gave a shit. Well, she got more votes than everyone else. But Tamina is banished. A banner flies over the backyard reading, Allysin is not to be trusted. Now, I'm no Big Brother expert, but I do feel like that's probably a bad sign if you're trying to win the competition. Roman has not budged. I shit you not, he has voted for Erick Rowan every single time. Cesaro is banished. Jimmy and Peyton bond extremely well. Peyton and Roman bond extremely well. Maybe that's a new member of the family, who knows? Charlotte praises America in one of the diary room sessions, and you may think that's a bold strategy considering this is an Irish Big Brother. But Cody Rhodes did the exact same thing on AEW the other week, and did it alienate the foreign audience? Yes. Allysin Kay has nominated Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey has nominated Allysin Kay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. Charlotte opens up to Erick by sharing a personal story. Now, again, this is where I think the details are really, really important, because it hasn't said how Erick Redbeard has responded to Charlotte's story. For all we know, she could have gone on a very, very emotional tangent about, you know, grief, depression, poverty, illness, everything all rolled up into one, only for Erick to go, do you think we're going to get any Weetabix in at the next shop? But he hasn't been nominated, so it's fair to say that he probably reacted a bit better than that. Paul Heyman, however, has been banished. Charlotte attempts to blame and call out Commander Aziz for certain actions in the house and how Aziz deserves to leave. That seems a bit rude if you ask me. Dominick and Roman have a heated argument. Oh lad, that's actually a match I really want to see. The final nominees are Dominick, Roman, Natalya and Charlotte. And Roman is banished. The ego of Charlotte is rubbing the house the wrong way. Ronda makes an effort to improve perception with the audience. Ronda is banished. Jimmy irrationally lashes out at Dominick. Jimmy is banished. You need to identify who the fan favourites are. It's kind of like in Tough Enough when everyone kept going after Zizi and then getting eliminated the following week, but I don't really want to talk about Tough Enough after my last video, so I'm just going to move on. Peyton finds Eva Marie creepy and tells the other house guests. Peyton is banished. This is what I'm talking about. You go after fan favourites like Eva Marie, you're not going to last. While having a conversation, Natalya accidentally makes an inappropriate comment. Natalya tells a heartfelt story about why she needs the money, just completely unrelated to the fact that she just magically finds herself in a situation where she needs to claw back public support. Commander Aziz is banished. Charlotte breaks down and threatens to quit. That would be very unfortunate. Well, she's been voted off anyway. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. We're down to the final 4. Natalya has been banished, and now the final 3, the Holy Trinity, Dominick Mysterio, Eva Marie, Erick Rowan, all worthy winners, but I think we all know who we want to see win this overall. Eva finishes 3rd with just 32.27 of the votes, and we are down to the final 2. And really, this was actually telegraphed from the start. From saving the pug from drowning, to standing up to the Anoa'i family, to listening to Charlotte and allowing her to tell her story, to not getting angry at Becky when she broke his stuff, to always getting saved by the public every single time he was nominated. This has been written in the stars, and I'm delighted to say that in conclusion, the winner of the WWE Big Brother house is... Oh no, it was Dominick.